views and opinions expressed on the Big Llama Show are those of the host and guest. They do not reflect that of our sponsors, advertisers, or employers. Enjoy the show.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are live.
Shit, it's in the she ruckus. Dead beat, let's go, let's go, let's go, let's go.
Wagon to the million, Louis V about that. Stacking paper limitless, what you know about that? I'm getting paper, seats in the cloud, hands up in the air. Wagon to the million, Louis V about that. Stacking paper limitless, what you know about that?
Hey everybody, welcome to the Big Llama Show. I'm the Big Llama. Thank you so much for joining me. This show is not possible by one man. It takes two to run this show. So I bring on my co-host, Blackout AD. Welcome to the show, AD. How you doing?
What up, brother? How you been?
Oh man, I'm good. It's been a good week.
Yes,
It's
sir.
going to be a great night. I can feel it already, and I feel it because James was first. He was first.
Hey, shout out to the first person to chat every episode, because that's clearly a thing now. Shout out James for being.
That's
first.
right. But if we're being technical, I was the first one.
I seen that, but I didn't count it. I saw it. I knew it. I knew you were gonna say that, but you can't count that.
No.
Honestly, I thought about it too, and I was like, let me see if I could hit first, and then I looked at you already wrote something, so I was like, I can't.
No. We don't want to discount the team. We don't want to discount the folks out there. So Jimmy, you're first, man. You're first.
Shout out Jimmy.
Gabe, damn you, Ricky Bobby. If you ain't first, you're last.
You ain't first, you're last for sure.
And what's funny, Gabe, Gabe had me all excited, man. It said it was going to go live. Nobody else was live. It's like, this is the first time I get to host his stream. I can host his.
He turned it off immediately.
he was at what's this place down here? Having some wings.
Yeah.
He was at Duffy's having wings, like he was doing a YouTube live or something.
Yep. He was with Jimmy and Hen Dog.
I was so excited. I was like, "Oh, I get to host it. Let me go in there." And I was like, "What's he doing? He's having wings. That's it. He's done." And he was on for like 20 seconds.
Yeah, he kept coming on and off, and I was like, "Damn, man, I kind of want to watch it. Like, that would be interesting if he actually held it on for a little bit."
Right. I said, "Well, maybe we'll watch him eat wings, man." Anyway, Gabe hit us up with the blackout. I got excited during the intro. Told me, "Here we go."
Yep.
I told everybody to throw some ADs in the chat. Let's see. You hit us up with the hashtag blackout. There we go. And you threw some ADs up in the chat. We got lots of people on. We got about 8 people on. We got a few on Twitch, some on YouTube, and 3 on Facebook, which is the most we've had in a long time from Facebook. So
Hey, shout out Facebook.
Exactly. Listen, hit us up with comments. Like I said, if you want to be part of the show, send us questions and comments. We're going to answer anything and everything live. We talk movies, we talk Twitch, we talk everything. It doesn't matter what the topic is. We'll address it because this is the type of show. As we always start, let's start by thanking our 379 subscribers to the Big Llama Show.
Let's go.
I'm so excited. I'm thankful for them, and it's grown again. Every week it grows. So whether it's 10 subscribers or 2, I'll take it every single week. So very, very excited. Thank you everybody for being part of the Big Llama Show, and especially those on podcast. Oh yeah, no, listen, 400 is right around the corner, man, and we're gonna make it. We're gonna make that.
Yes,
but yeah, especially those on podcast. The podcast is growing. It's getting some traction. There's some more activity on there. So yeah, thank you everybody who listens on the replay as well. And a big shout out to Charles. I know Charles hasn't been able to make the night show, but he always watches the replay and he always comments the next day. So I'm hitting you up early on the show, Charles.
Yep.
Thank you so much for that.
Appreciate you.
We appreciate you. We got
Emerson. Hey, my boy Hershey. What's up, man? That's definitely somebody from the Twitch community. Shout
Yeah.
out Hershey.
Exactly. This is what we do here. We meld the folks from Twitch, from Facebook, from YouTube, bring them all together so we can all talk about the same things. I love this stuff. All right, so we got to start by shouting out Hercules, right?
Yes, sir.
Hercules is the new and proud father of a baby boy,
Yep.
born on January 13th. And I can't see the stats there. Even with my glasses, what does it say? 9 pounds? 7
9
ounces?
pounds, 7 ounces, baby Jesus.
Oh, my Lord.
Big boy. He got a
Poor-
chromodome.
Poor Mrs. Outlaw had to deal with that.
Baby got the Gabe syndrome.
Oh, no. No,
Man.
but shout out to Hercules. I've seen him
Yes, sir.
posting a lot of pictures on his Instagram. His wife has been posting on Instagram.
Yep.
Congratulations! It's a huge moment. I know he's busy. I know he's got his hands full right now.
Yeah, he
And,
was telling me that, they got to get the schedule down, see how the baby is, and he'll get back to the content. But hey, man, this is a big step for him. I know he's excited. You can see how happy he is in the pictures, just holding the baby and stuff. So,
oh yeah,
shout out Hercules, man.
no, for sure. And Hercules, like we said, man, if you get a late night feeding that you got to get on, then maybe you can jump on. Late night feedings and just turn on the camera, man. Everything is content.
Yep.
But no, hopefully you're enjoying that baby boy of yours. And again, we're thankful that wifey is healthy and happy, and the baby boy is healthy and happy. So congratulations again, Hercules. And I love that he put "Welcome to the Pit" on his own.
Ladies and gentlemen of the pit. Hey, man, the pit. Honestly, I seen Lee wearing the pit hoodie around the house, and man, gotta say it's a fire hoodie. So, shout out Hercules, man. Ready to see how this kind of changes him.
I'm telling you. I mean, it changes. I mean, I know he already has some kids with him.
Yeah.
But when you have a newborn, it changes the entire schedule, man. So he's in for a change of sorts. But I'm sure he'll be back to his normal pit duties.
Yep.
Later on. Okay, so we're just going through our the chat's gotten a little quiet. We got lots of viewers, but the chat's quiet, so we're going to keep going with some of our shout outs. Want to shout out the podcast I'm executive producing, the Hey DHD podcast. Episode 1 is out there. They got over 100 views, I believe.
Oh yeah, I seen it. I seen it was like 80 within like the first 2 days or so.
Right, they got over 100 views, I think, which is a great thing for their first video.
Yeah.
They're going to be recording, I believe, episode 2 tomorrow, and they'll be releasing that tomorrow. So, if you're interested in all kinds of randomness and all kinds of craziness, check out the Hey DHD podcast. It's on wherever you find podcasts, and they also have a YouTube channel, same name, Hey DHD. All right, and I tried to get Little Llama on tonight. To join us, to maybe plug the show a little bit, but he's too busy with his PS5. So trying to take people away from their PlayStations is
Not
is
an
tough,
easy
man.
task, yeah.
No,
for sure.
not easy at all. All right, let's see. Is it me? Like, are you seeing anything on the chat, man?
Nah, chat's quiet. Chat's quiet right now.
Okay.
Hey, let's keep it going.
Well, I want to make sure we're not missing anything. Sometimes I talk way too much and the chat gets built up, and I want to make sure we're good, man. All right, let's see what else we got. Oh, let's talk about you, man. Let's talk about you. I think it's time to celebrate a little bit now.
Yeah, man.
So
Official paid content creator.
officially getting some cash, man.
It wasn't nothing crazy, but I did get my first payout from Twitch, and it was like $148. For, to me, I mean, I've been putting in the last 2 months, I've been really going crazy with the streaming, 100 plus hours each month. So like, I guess it's the fruits of that labor, but to see that I actually got some kind of money in, I mean, decent amount of money. Like, I went to the movies last night. It was on Twitch. You know what I'm saying? So it was a good time. And I was telling everybody yesterday on stream about it, and like talking to like Jaybird, Hen Dog, Big Homie, like all Gabe, like all of them, and it was just like reassuring them. I was like, yo, we can really do this. We can make some money off of this. You know what I mean? Like it's very possible that the content we're making is going to produce something. You know what I mean? Right? A very small amount right now, but I'm grateful for it and I'm excited because it just shows me that I can actually, you know what I mean, achieve something with this. So I'm excited, man. I'm expecting a big week this week as well for next week, and we're doing like a fight companion. So
That's right. That's right. You got the UFC fight, right?
yep. UFC 270, yes sir.
You always do. You're following the fights. You sort of commentate on the fights. It's a pretty fun time. So trust me, if you're watching the fights and you need some commentary on there, make sure you check out AD on Twitch, man. It's pretty
And we'll
entertaining.
be streaming the fights in my Discord too, which somebody came through because these streams kind of go crazy randomly. You know what I mean? Like I'll get 100+ views, like 10 viewers plus at a time, and so I like put it to follower only in the chat, so only followers can get into the chat, and then I have a Discord where I'm streaming the fight, and they can just sit in the Discord and watch the fight.
Oh wow! Okay.
Somebody gave me that info, and I gained like 10 followers that day. Had like 10 people in the Discord, like, so it was like, man, if I can build off of this and have these every big fight night, and I've already requested the next couple off, so I'll definitely have them. Hopefully, we can create something over there with these UFC fights because I like doing the commentary about it.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, it's very entertaining. It's a lot of fun for sure. Like, let me ask you this because I've always brought it up. It takes a lot of work. See, and some people may have the misconception that okay, I'm streaming, I'm just playing online. Like you've got to put in consistent amount of time. You've got to build up the followers. So, how many hours did you put in to get that payout? Like, do you know or?
So, realistically, it's since I got affiliate, which really it was like 3 years ago. I've been building a little bit of money. I'll get like a couple subs here and there throughout the time, but I've never streamed more than 20 hours in total in a month ever until I want to say like we started this podcast. Probably like we were like episode like 15 to 20, and I started like taking my streaming serious because I seen we were already building a lot of episodes, and I was like, man, well, I need to bring something to the table. So I started consistently streaming like around then, and I want to say it's been like maybe close to 200 hours, I would say. You know what I mean? And obviously I can make that money in less time, or it could have took a lot longer, but it was just like I had a lot of people that show love in the chat, so I got to thank them. I got, you know what I mean? Without them, it wouldn't be possible. But like I said, it just showed that we can do it. And I'm just looking at it at this moment like, I don't care how many hours I got to put into this because eventually I'll reap the benefits from it.
Oh, for sure. And you're growing. So the growth is there. John Gillen here hit you up with the road to 1,000, hashtag road to 1,000. John Gillen, the OG.
Let's go.
Who's always on every Sunday with us, 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, not Pacific.
Yep.
Now, the one thing I want to talk about, right, is this funny thing that you did, and it's all part of my Scream movie reaction. So in honor of Scream that came out this weekend, the new Scream movie called Screams, I think, right?
Yeah.
That came out. So I figured let me put something out for this weekend, see if some people are interested. I honestly haven't seen it since 1996. Which is 20 some odd years ago. Yeah. And it was a lot of fun to revisit, but there are some uncomfortable things that happened during during the reaction that forced me to eat ice cream.
Listen. If you're gonna, I think you should play the clip and give some context to this. And listen, if you're listening through the audio on Apple or Spotify, definitely go check the visuals on this, or you can see it on Twitter. It's a hilarious moment. Hey, my boy Hercules. Hey, you missed your I'm gonna say eulogy. You missed your congratulatory part, brother.
Oh, let's we'll hit him up. But man, we shouted out to you, Hercules.
Yes, sir.
Welcome to the pit to little Hercules, man. We're excited for you, man.
Yup, happy for you, brother.
Oh my God. So let me see if I can get this on for us because it was something that okay. So backstory. I get a little uncomfortable when it comes to not myself, but like when I'm watching something and other people are watching with me.
Yeah.
I get a little uncomfortable with sex scenes when either my family's sitting around me or if I'm in a public place watching a movie and there happens to be something going on. I kind of think about what other people are thinking in that moment. And again, nothing bad. It's just one of those things where you go, oh, this is not my, like I wonder if someone's looking at me, like what's going on here. But so that happened during the stream or during the recording. There was a scene. There was a particular screen. Let's see here. Let me.
But I'm curious because you were by yourself. So why'd you get uncomfortable? Is it because you know you were gonna post the video?
Yeah, that's exactly it. That's exactly it. Hold on. Let me.
That's interesting.
Oh, are we flashing there?
Oh yes.
Let's go.
Oh no.
Oh no. Let's see if I can expand this. There we go.
Oh, there it is.
Oh, we had some technical difficulties there. All right, so so yeah, so during the playing of this, I got a little uncomfortable, and I was actually trying to eat something in between. I was having a little snack, and I decided to throw it in the video.
Yeah.
And again, it's funny enough by itself. But AD's reaction on his, and then this is from his Twitch stream. AD's reaction in this is probably more funny than just the video itself. So I'm gonna play it, and hopefully the audio comes through. And warning for my PG-13 fans, there are some expletives and some F-bombs.
Yes.
I'm playing this from somebody else's stream. So all right, let's see if it sounds. Here we go.
So here's where the horny teenagers take care of what they need to take care of. So I'm gonna tune them out with a little ice cream action.
Yo, where the fuck you yo, lava. Where the fuck you got that? Yo, run that back. What kind of lava? The segue was crazy. Hold on. Ready?
Hit, he falls. It's just hysterical.
So here's where the horny teenagers take care of what they need to take care of. So I'm gonna tune them out with a little.
Lava, is that underneath your hat rim?
Underneath your hat rim. Yo, this guy's eyes look like he fucking kills people for fun.
Life
It looks
is
like he
one
was
big
one getting
movie.
high in the back of the party.
Yes,
He said this is when it gets funnier.
Say that.
Time to go.
Time to go.
Oh, man. Yo, we gotta make a t-shirt of Llama.
Am I the only one that ever-
The bite. Right
Yeah,
there. We got
zoom in
captured.
That's how they got the Apple logo.
Okay. Am I the only one that gets on?
Yo, that edit right there, what he just did right there was the most YouTube thing I've ever seen Llama do.
Yo.
Am I the only one?
Yo,
that ever-
he says zoom in there.
Okay. Zoom in here.
Oh my God. So so essentially, that was
This man had me dying. You're getting good. Like you're unintentionally really hilarious in just how you react to these movies. Because Llamageddon was another one that I think I'm finding a very, I don't know, I feel more comfortable watching and reacting to things, and like just especially like last night I was drinking a little bit, I went to the movies, and like I was just having a good time. So like reacting to them and like having these funny moments, I think is really helping me get better at like the not gaming side of it. But your videos have been very good for the channel. So
I mean it. Like I said, I tune in when you tell me you're going to be watching. I tune in because I want to see what your reaction is. And honestly, I after Llamageddon, I loved your reaction to the video. So I couldn't wait for you to see the ice cream scene because I knew how silly it was. Before we move on, let's we got some people in the chat here hitting us
go.
up. Well, that was Hercules before. So Mrs. Hercules hitting us up, right? She liked that. Thank you, brothers. Hercules Outlaw, thank you, brothers, means the world to me.
Yes, sir.
When we were having the flashing screen, they hit us up with rave.
Rave, yeah. Let's go.
And I guess as they were watching it, Hercules is laughing.
Yeah.
I mean, they're enjoying it in the chat. Too good. T-shirts with the Big Llama ice cream bite.
Oh, he needs a silhouette. That'd be hilarious.
I mean,
Yeah, the way you bit it.
and then that face I made, I was just like looking around like,
Yeah. Oh man.
oh Lord. So yeah, that's the fun part of doing the reactions is there are moments when again, it's just me by myself back here. So sometimes depending on the movie, I get pretty silly just on things that I say. There's stuff that doesn't make the edit that is pretty funny, and I do some jokes and some random stuff, but I'm like, oh, that's too stupid, right? And I cut it out. But I think I do more impressions than anything. like if they okay, so that's when I know I'm either bored of the movie or I really don't have anything interesting to say. I just start imitating everybody who's on the screen. So the guy would be like, how do you do? And I'm like, how do you do? Like, just like that. Like, I'm like, well, that's not content. No one wants to hear me just repeat the same shit that was on the screen. So I got to that point with Scream a couple of times, only because I was having so much fun with it. But yeah, when I knew the sex scene was coming up, I'll go, oh shit, what am I gonna do here? I gotta edit this out. I intentionally went and I paused it. I left. I got the ice cream. I came back. I wasn't planning on using it. I just at that point I got uncomfortable and I was like, you know what? Ice cream time. And I had it right.
Yeah.
It was like literally right here where my hand is. I'm like, time for some ice cream, right?
Oh man. Yeah, watching it through, you don't see the edit, so you don't see you get up. But it's just like you're just going through the video and just here's an ice cream. It's like, oh, what the fuck?
You got I think they I forgot who you're talking to, but they were like, where did he have that ice cream? Where did he have that ice cream?
So you hit it under your brim because we were making fun of your hat. It was like, yo, he doesn't have a brim on his hat. It's just a circle.
I'm like LL Cool J, man. That's how it is.
Yeah, it's a beanie. It's a beanie. A beanie fitted. A fitted beanie.
Exactly. A fitted beanie. If it's a fitted hat, I'm backwardsing it, man. That's how I do it, man.
Yeah, I'm definitely dressing for you. If we have a Halloween episode this year, I'm dressing as you. I got a couple baseball hats with the R. So I just throw that backwards with the black glasses. Easy.
There you go. I'll be you. How's that? We'll swap places.
Yeah.
I'll paint the beard on. Hoodie with big earphones. I'm good. I'm ready. Oh man. So Scream was fun, man. It was a lot of fun, but there were some things in Scream that again, if you guys want to see the full reaction, go on YouTube.
Definitely worth the watch. Definitely.
For sure. And if you want to really laugh and you might be a little high or drunk, watch Llamageddon. Llamageddon is too good to miss.
Yeah.
No, but I think you were talking about it on your stream, which is what I talk about here, is the bait and switch. Like Drew Barrymore, as you see her on the poster, is the prime, like the big star of the movie.
Yeah.
She was in the trailer, she was in the commercials, she's on the poster. I could remember seeing her on, remember how in I don't know if you remember, you were like 3 years old. Back in the day, the marquee when you used to go see the movie, it was a like a film, like almost a picture, like a film, and they would light it up, and it would have like a picture of the three people or wherever who's in the movie. And yes, Drew Barrymore was on the little marquee film at the movie theater, so that when you walked in, you saw her face. Yeah. And the fact that they killed her within 10 minutes of the movie starting, I mean, it was shocking, but it was effective.
Yeah, I respect that. I mean, I can't recall a lot of situations where they kind of like do that, but I do remember Stomp the Yard where like Chris Brown was like a lot in the promo, and then you find out that he dies within like the same thing, like first 10 minutes of the movie, and it's like, oh, you just used Chris Brown to get us in here.
I've never seen Stomp the Yard. Now I don't need to.
Yeah.
You ruined Stomp the Yard for me, AD.
You'll be all right. If you haven't seen it by now, that's almost your fault, man. It's a classic movie. It would be a good reaction.
That was the 90s thing, right? Like they had like 17 dance movies, like Stomp the Yard and
Oh man, Stomp the Yard, Step
Last
Up.
Dance or something like that.
Yeah. Oh, Save the Last Dance. Yep, Honey.
Yeah.
And I loved them all, every single one of them. I could never dance, but I was dancing with them.
No, they
You
were
got
fighting.
served.
Oh yeah, you got served, right?
Oh man.
There were dance battles everywhere. Oh, look at this. Hercules. Dude, when Chris Brown dies at the beginning, I really couldn't believe it. I was in shock.
I told you, man.
Oh my god. You know who? Oh, you know what movie that did that? Okay, Steven Seagal movies were big, right? Back in the day.
Okay.
There's a movie called Executive Decision, and they got Kurt Russell on the poster with Steven Seagal. Right? You got him on the poster with Steven Seagal. First 10 minutes, Kurt Russell gets sucked out of a plane, is dead.
They basically clickbait us.
Right.
That's basically all they do. That's literally all they do. That's like if I made a YouTube video and put your face on it to get your fans to come through, but you're not even in the video, or I don't react to anything you do.
Or you show a picture of me, you're like, oh, here's the llama. All right, let's go. No, man, I mean, it was back then. We didn't have a lot of people researching stuff, right? Like
Yeah.
you didn't have this network of people on the internet like breaking down rumors and everything else. It was just basically you saw a preview, you saw a poster, and you were like, all right, well, he's in the movie. I'm gonna go see this movie. So Kurt Russell, I think, was big at the time. To be with Steven Seagal, you're like, oh shit, like they're joining forces. And no, they killed that dude off in 10 minutes. You're just like, damn it. No, man.
I wonder how many movies actually have had that happen, like throughout time. Like, is that something they did at the beginning of like making movies, like even early on, or maybe not?
Well, I think it's been happening forever. Like there's been movies where they go and starring such and such, and then like they have a cameo in the movie.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't know. I that'd be an interesting thing to look into, because I think they did it for Scorpion King, right? Like, or what was it? I think it was The Mummy. It was one of the Mummy movies, but they were like advertising The Rock is in it, right? And
Oh yeah, as Scorpion King, huh?
right, and he was in it for a whole 5 minutes as the worst CGI ever in the 90s. I mean, there are videos of how terrible CGI that particular movie is. Yeah. Oh man. So yeah, so Chris Brown dying, we were. Now I can't watch Stomp. Is it Stomp the Yard? You say?
Yeah, I mean, it's worth the watch. It'd be a good reaction. I'm telling you, there's probably a cult following to that movie.
You know, now that you mentioned Stomp the Yard, have you seen Drumline with Nick Cannon?
Oh, 100%. Multiple times in my life.
I love that stupid movie.
It's a great movie.
I mean, I will watch it over and over and over again.
I wanted to be in band because of that movie, for sure.
I put a little something on it.
Oh man!
I mean, I knew I couldn't be in a band. I am not that. I'm rhythmically challenged, but watching Nick Cannon, do those freestyle moves, I was like, damn, I want to be in the drum line. Yeah. But I'm more like,
I messed up. I went into band and I started playing clarinet like Squidward.
you are Squidward.
and then I got good at it. So then I started playing bass clarinet because it was a cooler version. I was like, I'm not gonna keep playing clarinet, but I already put time in this. So
wait a second.
Yes.
So you were a clarinet player.
Yeah. And
you were good. You were good at clarinet.
Yeah, pretty good. And then I started playing. This was only in like a span of 2 years. Then I started playing like trumpet and trying to learn trombone. But then I realized, I was like, well, I'm just gonna play baseball. I'm not gonna be in band too. Like, so then I stopped playing in band.
Hercules, I need a Squidward /AD mock-up of him with a clarinet in his hand. I need it. I need this in my life. We over here tell Hercules what to like Just draw that, please, now.
It's a testament to his skills.
Man, the dude is good, man. You mention something, and he comes up with a sketch, and you're like, oh, damn, that's exactly what I wanted. So I need an AD clarinet Squidwardian
Mashup.
That's for sure. Oh man. Let's see. You know what's still kicking on my channel, man, which is insane? Freaking Field of Dreams. Oh, hold on.
He said, I'm on it.
I'm on it.
These guys are just like a savage.
So we made 2 requests. We need the ice cream bar bite.
I think the ice cream bar one is a lot more.
That's easy, right?
Yeah, no. Do that one instead of the other one. Don't worry about the other one. Get the ice cream bar one. That one that's merch. That's merch right there.
I mean, trust me. If you're watching the scene and you have the ice cream bar shirt on, you know. Or maybe it's like a double entendre. Is it time for ice cream? And listen, did you? I know you saw that the Dawson's Creek reveal. My shameless
Dawson Creek.
Listen, man. I'm watching it now. It's on HBO Max, which is the weirdest place for it to be on, but it's available on HBO Max. So I am. Again, telling the world, I'm watching Dawson's Creek. Fucking love that show.
Listen, man, I can't say nothing because I'm a avid Vampire. I've seen Vampire Diaries in entirety at least 3 times. I literally watched the whole series. I was also depressed at the time, but I watched the whole series and then started the series again and watched it through again, back to back times. It's like, this is such a wonderful show. But so I get it. You know, it hits you, and honestly, probably it's up my alley too. If I ever watch Dawson's Creek, I'm pretty sure I'll like it, but I'm not gonna give it the time of day because
you know what it is. It's funny because I wasn't in high school when it came out. I think I had graduated already, but I was still in that graduated and about to, becoming an adult type. And they were like dealing with high school stuff, and I'm like, I love this show, and I watched every episode, tuned in religiously, and then I couldn't find it forever. I couldn't bring myself to buy the DVDs, but I had the soundtrack.
Trust me, that would be the next superstar if you bought the DVDs.
No, I didn't buy the DVDs, but I have the soundtrack. I had the soundtrack, and I wore that soundtrack out, and it's stupid because it's all like teenage angsty, slow songs. Let's see, Hercules. My wife loves Dawson's Creek. Yes. Thank you. I need a supporter. I need somebody to back me up here.
You got to do a Dawson's Creek review now.
I do because honestly, I'm watching it now, and it was way ahead of its time in terms of how the kids actually talked. I know no kid talks like the way that they talked in the show. Like the scriptwriter, which is Kevin Williamson, who wrote Scream or helped write Scream. He wrote way too adult for these kids. Like they're talking about. Like again, it's teenagers, so they talk about hormones. They're talking about getting it on. I mean, one of the guys, which you can't do this today, Pacey, which is Joshua Jackson, my favorite, one of my favorite characters, Mighty Ducks. He is trying to date his teacher, and he gets in the sack with his teacher.
Oh man,
you can't do that today, man. You can't put that out there. Spoiler alert for anyone who hasn't watched Dawson's Creek.
Oh, man.
Let's see here. I used to watch it when I was a kid. I had no cable. Yeah, well, it was on the CW or WB or one of those off-brand networks on the
CW for sure.
The UHF channel somewhere. Let's see here, Hercules. J-Lo did a movie about that. Man, J-Lo, man, ooh.
Yo, she has a movie with Owen Wilson coming out. I'm kind of excited for it. I keep seeing it every time I go to theaters. They keep showing that freaking movie. Like, there's really nothing else you can show me. Doesn't even fit it. It's Scream and Spider-Man. It's like, why? It's not even my demographic.
Oh my God, exactly. See, you got to expand your horizons, man. You got to expand your reach. Let's see here. James says every teen show has someone banging their teacher in it. I think back in the day they did, or maybe today too. I don't watch teen shows now, but
Oh, definitely. I've been watching Euphoria, and for a teen show, it's like adultish as hell. It's wild. It's probably one of the most wild shows I ever seen. And I told my sister, I was like, "There's just dicks everywhere. I've never seen in one series before. It's like, why? Every episode I see one, I'm like, what's going on? It's like,
oh my God,
fantastic writing though, fantastic show. It hooks you. The characters, what they're going through, like gets you, like it captivates you. No, we watch all those TV shows.
Exactly. Oh, we watch all those teams. Exactly. All of them. I'm telling you, man. There's not, I like a good, like, what was it? The Archie series, the one.
I know you're talking about.
What's it called?
Riverdale.
My son watched that one, and he loved that show. You know what I haven't watched was Stranger Things.
Oh man,
I've yet to see.
Hey, that'd be something good to do the first time watches in, like season by season and whatnot. That would be a good one.
I think I'm gonna start because I do want to watch it. He's already watched it. My family doesn't want to watch it. This was perfect for content. I'm not pissing anybody off when I watch it.
That show's amazing.
Let's see. We just finished the show. This is Hercules Outlaw. We just finished the show Reign. Fantastic show about Mary, Queen of Scots. Didn't hurt. Never heard about it. And it's so good. Jane is seconding that thought. I have not seen that show. I'm not. Well, maybe I have heard of it, but I don't remember. It's not ringing a bell right now. So, oh man.
Yeah, man.
Let's.
I feel like.
Go ahead.
Before we move on, I just want to make this point, but like I feel like at the beginning of the pandemic and stuff, the content slowed down, and it took a little bit for everything to come back because the studios and stuff were trying to figure out how they were going to put their movies or shows out. I think shows kind of stayed the same, honestly, probably. But movies definitely got affected a lot by it, and I feel like now we're starting to get like all the good content that was probably being made during the pandemic. Like I feel like a lot of good shows are coming out right now. New seasons of shows like Insecure, which is one of my all-time favorite shows. Their 5th season just wrapped up, and that's the final season. And that was one thing that was made during the pandemic. I mean, we're seeing Peacemaker, which we'll talk about later, which another great show. Euphoria, their new season seems like it's on the same track. So we're getting a lot of good content, and I feel like excited about, especially now that we're making content about other content. I feel like it's a good time for us.
Yeah, I mean, I found myself during the pandemic watching a lot of old shows and then exploring new ones because I was like, all right, these old shows are getting, they're boring, repetitive. And so, I mean, Tiger King was a big success and all these, but there was just so much stuff out there that's the weird thing about streaming, right? It's like now you have to have everyone's streaming platform. Before it was like you could have Netflix and get most of everything you need. Yeah. And then a lot of people offered up the free stuff, but there's so many good shows on, but you gotta subscribe to a particular provider for that content. And but I think the best part about all this is that I don't have to subscribe and stay on it. Like I can just go to the one thing I want. I watch my seasons and then I remove my subscription. I'm moving on to the next thing. So let's see.
I kind of just given up and just keep them all because there's going to be something new that I want to see.
Of course,
every one of them. Every time.
Of course, like HBO Max, I've kept that just because they've got so much good stuff. Jane says she just rewatched Veronica Mars over and over. Yeah, Veronica Mars. I think we watched The Good Place. We watched a bunch of stuff. And Hercules Outlaw. All right, brothers, we're going to head out. Love you guys. Keep the grind going. We're going to hang with little Herc here for a bit before bed.
Shout out little Herc.
Listen, I know you guys are tired, so get that rest, get that sleep, man. For sure. all right, let's move on to the next topic, which we've got. Let's see. First Blood, that's coming out maybe by Tuesday. I definitely am almost done with it. I got like 20 more minutes of editing, and it's going to come out. But as you can see by my face,
You're not excited about this.
I'm not excited. Actually, I recorded Scream because this one was so bad.
I know, but I have a funny feeling this one's gonna blow up.
I think so because, I mean, honestly, the way I start it is my reaction at the end, and I say, guys, I'm not going to sugarcoat it, and then I just cut it. like it just starts the thing. So you got to figure out, whether what happened during the reveal there. But
speaking of, this is just a point because we haven't talked. But watching your video, the opening you did for Scream, next time you should bleep out the curse word because I think within the first I forgot it was like 30 seconds. If there's a curse word in the first 30 seconds of the video, it gets demonetized early. So just for future reference. I thought about that when I was watching the video, but I forgot to say it.
Oh, I can go back and do a quick edit for that one. Yeah. I didn't know that. I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Look at that. Learn something new every day.
Now, I curse way more than you, so I have to know the loopholes.
Come on, man. You're my censor, man. I need to know these things. No, so I part of what I understand about First Blood is I saw the finished product of what he became. What Rambo, so like was it like Mission Impossible, Jason Bourne? Once you see the caricatures that these people have become, Fast and Furious. If you had seen the first Fast and Furious, knowing how ridiculous, Vin Diesel and The Rock and all, like if you had heard about that they're flying, cars into space.
Yeah, and then you watch that one, it's like, how the fuck?
And you go, you go, holy shit! I need to watch this whole series. You go to Fast and Furious 1, you'd be severely disappointed.
Yeah,
I think that's what happened with First Blood. Was I had watched as a kid the cartoons, I had the action figure, I played the video games. I never watched the movies. I never watched any of the movies, and I saw that he was spoofed 100 times over, and he's like 30 spoofs movies about him. So when I watched First Blood, I'm like, oh yeah, he's gonna kill, he's gonna maim everybody. Let's go. And it's a freaking anti-Vietnam movie he's wanted to be taken seriously. So I was like, oh, well, all right. Well, and then I was watching the clock. I was like, Jesus Christ, when is this thing gonna freaking end? And apparently there's a 3-hour cut of this movie. There's a 3-hour cut.
Would you ever watch that 3-hour cut?
Never. I'm not even gonna watch an hour and a half again. But apparently there's a 3-hour cut, and when they showed it to Stallone, or they showed somebody in the studio, they're like, Stallone was like, never let this see the light of day. It was that horrible. He hated the cut. He hated what it looked like.
So how did this movie become such a big franchise?
I think it was Stallone being smart enough to see what he did with Rocky, because I think this came out in 1980 something, like 2 years after Rocky, and then he kept amping up Rocky. Like he got more ridiculous. It was fun. It was still grounded, but Rocky became such a big figure. He was like, why can't I do this with Rambo? I mean, the guy, he's a badass. He can kill everybody. Why don't I just make him kill everybody? And that's what he does, I think, in the next 2 movies. He just kills everybody. At least it's my understanding of it. So it's like,
So are you going to continue the rest of the movies?
I'm good. I had put it on the review that I had asked, whoever's watching this, I said, please tell me if I should watch part 2. Is it even worth it? So I'll see what the temperature is of. I mean, I want to get to the fun ones. I want to get to. I mean, he made one when he was like in his 70s, right? With him, juiced up, doing all kinds of shit. I want to get to those, but it's tough, man. It's tough. Like I said, I almost didn't put this out, man. I almost trashed it.
So what made you actually put it out then?
Because I had it in the can, and I said, you know what? Somebody might like this movie. I said they're not going to like my review of it.
Or they disagree with you so hard that they, you know what I mean?
Well, yeah. I mean, I've had that too. I've had a couple. The biggest comments that I get is people forget like how this YouTube shit works, and they're like, "You reversed the image." Well, no shit, I reversed the image. It's freaking copyright. What do you want me to do?
This guy's a dumbass. Hey, everybody.
Right? He's like, "You reversed the image." I'm like, "Oh, okay." And then they're like, "You talk too much." I'm like, "What the fuck do you want me to do? You want me to just sit there and watch the movie? Like you want me to just stare at the screen? Like,
Yeah.
I don't understand. Like that. That's the part. Those are the comments that like get to me. I'm like, and I respond back, "Thank you for watching. Appreciate you.
Yeah.
Thanks for taking the time to watch it all the way to the end."
I don't think I have the don't say anything rude in me, because when I first started this and I would like post like my first COD clips, the COD community is brutal. Like
Oh yeah.
they kind of shit on you for everything. I mean, you see how they talk. Like imagine that online. So like if you post a clip that you think is nasty and it's not really nasty, you know what I mean? Especially like when you're first making content, you think everything's amazing.
Yeah.
I hit like, you know what I mean? Like a hard scoping. They're like, yo, you don't quick scope enough. Like they would come at my clips and I just was like, listen, you're watching my clips right now. Like I would always say that. Like you're watching me, you're here. Thanks for the view, or I'd be a smart ass about it. But I know it's gonna bother me. I'm like, man, wait until I make something that I actually care about. Where it's like, I think it's such a good product, and they just shit all over it. It's gonna be tough.
I mean, you know what I want to tell people, and I don't, but what I want to be like is like, where's your content? Where's your shit? Like, where's your, you know so much about this movie. Why aren't you, putting out a little video on it? But I don't do that,
Yeah.
I mean, listen, it comes with the territory. It's what we open ourselves up for when we become content creators is criticism and trolling and all that shit is just a part of the job. So,
Yeah.
I mean, it's fun though. It's fun to kind of watch people, freak out about the stuff that you put out there.
Yeah.
But
I think it gives you a feeling of like you cause them to feel indifferent about something. You know what I mean? Like it's good feel. It's a weird feeling, but I'm sure we haven't honestly felt like a real impact yet. Like imagine like we got a good following and like we say something kind of controversial to like what our following likes. Like I feel like that would, I don't know, growing pains as a content creator, I guess.
Yeah, yeah, and it just shows me that people have such a passionate connection to content, to material, to things. I mean, I had people defending me sometimes. Some subscribers were defending my take on something, which was fun to watch. But at the same time, I'm like, Jesus, it's not that serious. Like I love movies and I'm passionate about them, but like I'm all open for whatever your opinion is, and you don't have to be like the stuff that I like. Like my Predator review. Like when I did that one, I was speaking specifically to guys who love 80s movies or girls who like 80s movies, who love the testosterone filled, like crazy dumbness of those action films. Like I wasn't in there, trying to talk about, well, in the future we should probably have more people who represent. No. This movie is ridiculous. This movie is stupid. Like it's popcorn entertainment. It's not meant to tell you a message or send a message. It's really just meant for you to enjoy. And so so I take that approach on the topic. So as I'm watching the movie, like the first 20 minutes, if I've never seen it before, I try to figure out what the mood of the movie is. I don't try to be too silly if it's supposed to be serious content. But I will crack a joke or two because I want to like break the ice on it. But as soon as I know that this movie is going into territory that's way different than humor, I'll go there with it. But
yeah, see, I'm totally opposite. I feel like I just joke about everything, honestly, especially when I'm on like camera, for the most part.
go ahead.
No. I was just gonna say, that's it.
No. I think I am not as, and maybe that's something I need to work on. I don't think I'm as consistent in the same delivery and approach. I tailor my approach to the movie I'm watching. I really do, and it's the emotions are real, the thoughts are real. But yeah, I'll joke more on a movie like Scream. I joked a lot in that one because it's not meant to be taken serious.
Yeah.
If I'm watching a movie like, I don't know, Saving Private Ryan or Schindler's List or something like that, for sure, it's a serious thing, and I'm going to treat it as such, But, but if I'm watching Malibu's Most Wanted, don't be hating. That's it. I'm going to be having a good time with it, But
That's another movie that a bunch of Blackout members could make great content around for the channel. So just keeping the tug. I was thinking about that talking to Jimmy. Hen Dog loves the movie. Gabe loves the movie. We all quote that movie all the time. That movie's hilarious.
And I have never seen it, so it's on the list.
Oh,
It's Malibu's Most Wanted. Speed is on the list because I've never seen Speed, and there's another movie that I wrote down, but I can't think of it off the top. Oh my god.
Oh, but speaking to what we were talking about earlier, though,
Mm-hmm.
and it's not necessarily a spoiler for the new Scream, but there's a lot of talk of that because you know how like Scream is a meta, it's a meta type of movie, and
Yeah.
what I was talking about it, I kind of actually I didn't break it down because I saw it after the stream, so I didn't break it down, but I think it was a brilliant take on like how it is to be a fan in this day and age of stuff because they have the Stab series, so it kind of like they talk a lot about like fans, how they react to like how it's kind of like that Fast and the Furious effect where like how the series started at one and then it kind of got to this point, so they make a lot of like commentary on like how the fans react to like directors' choices and stuff. And I thought it was a brilliant take because it's exactly what we were talking about earlier. Like people are so connected to the content they're watching and the content that I guess that connects to them. So they want to defend it with their life and they want to like they don't care, how anybody else feels about it. They want to get their point across and like make sure that they're feeling heard. But yeah.
Yeah, no, I'm with you because, like I said, you look at a franchise and you go, you would fall in love with it and you'll grow with it. But yeah, there's some things that, like the Freddy series, right? The Freddy series went through like 2 or 3 different incarnations. That the original OG people who loved the original Freddy hate the new Nightmare and hate the new stuff. But it's true. It's like you can't please all the fans but I like content and I like movies that are self-aware. I like stuff that pokes fun of itself and says how ridiculous this particular thing is, or just sheds the light on how they understand how you're viewing this right now. So I'm assuming Scream does that in the new movie, where they just sort of say, "Yeah, we get it. We know. We know what you know, and trust me, we tip of the hat. And there you go."
100%.
So, all right, we got to talk about this show because holy shit, it is one of the best things I've seen on TV in a long time, and it's Peacemaker.
Yeah.
And
it might be one of the better streaming like superhero things I've seen so far. I mean, now I've only seen the first episode, but what I seen from the first episode captivated me, and like where I think James Gunn and John Cena is brilliant as Peacemaker. Like he fits his character perfectly. So I'm excited to see where the rest of the season goes because I think it's like 8 episodes.
yeah, I mean, John Cena, you're right, is perfect in this role. Like it's meant for him. It's made. I mean, it's pretty funny, and there are some moments in it where you're watching, you're like, they know that they're ridiculous. Like they know how stupid this is, but I'm just going to show about 10 seconds of this, and we're going to go blank. But the greatest thing to come out of this show is the opening sequence.
Yep.
I mean, if this doesn't get you hooked, I don't know what does. All right, that's all I can show. That's all I can show before I get a copyright strike on Facebook. I'm sure Facebook is already stopping my live recording already.
I hope not.
But it's. I think James Gunn sets the stage with that introduction of the ridiculousness you're about to watch, and here's the underneath and this is why it's not just ridiculous for the sake of being ridiculous. The story is good.
Yeah.
The story and the storytelling, and even though it's coded in ridiculousness, is just fun. It's fun and it's entertaining. It's interesting. Like there's some things happening there that I'm definitely like, I want to know what's happening with Peacemaker. I want to know what he's talking about. Like there's characters that are going to be revealed. It looks great.
I mean, this is how many because he wants to say he's a hero, but realistically at most he's an anti-villain or I mean, anti-hero or a villain. And would be like the first villain we've seen after the movie, because he was the villain of Suicide Squad too.
For sure.
Like,
For sure.
spoiler alert, but he was. You know what I mean? And I think this really is. This would be like if we saw Thanos, like there was like a TV series or a Disney Plus series with Thanos after. You know what I mean? Even though this would be obviously a more ridiculous take because the character is a little bit more. You can joke around with this character a little bit more, and I think they're taking liberty because the comic book is not as jokey. Like, it's a little bit more serious of a comic book, like more dark themes, I think. So the fact that they're taking it more in a comedy route, I think works with the dark themes. It's a good balance.
Yeah, and you know what's funny is his buddy is his friend, his best friend, the guy in the background over there with the chainsaw.
Yeah.
Like, that guy is just raunchy and hysterical, and John Cena is a flawed character, obviously.
100%.
You know, very very inappropriate. I think his dad is got history. I mean, it is something. It is something hysterical to watch, and you haven't watched episode 2, right? Like you,
No.
okay. So here's the great thing about a good story, or about like when you know you're interested in a character, is they don't move you too far away from where like the one location. I've always said that's kind of a testament to any good movie or a good series or a scene, is that if you watch a whole episode and they're in the same place the entire episode and you are thoroughly entertained,
Yeah.
then you know you've got something good that you're watching. There's only a couple movies that I can think of that do that they don't take you anywhere but the one place. I think is One Night in Miami is one that comes to mind. It's the one with about Muhammad Ali and Malcolm X and everything, and they're in one hotel room for an entire night, and that's what you're watching, which was great. And then there's Dog Day Afternoon, which is just in a bank in one location. You know, the primary characters are all in the same spot, and they never move for the entire movie. So things like that, like in Peacemaker in episode 2, pretty much stays in the same place.
Yeah.
So where you see him at the end of episode 1 is the same place I think you end up at the end of episode 2. But just great storytelling. Just a lot of fun. And so James Gunn's done it again, man.
And I just think James Gunn he found his niche in this superhero market, because obviously Guardians of the Galaxy, you know what I mean? Suicide Squad 2, and now this. And the fact that he's doing a show, and if it can keep, because I mean we only got the first 3 episodes, and I believe they're doing 1 episode at a time, maybe 2 episodes at a time. I'm not too sure. I think maybe it's 1 episode. You think?
I think it's 1 after this.
Okay. But if it can hold this, like, capture, like how it captivates you for the whole 8 episodes, then James Gunn has, I think, this like comedic superhero stuff on lock.
Yeah.
In my opinion, you know what I mean? Because clearly it's completely different than Guardians, and honestly completely different than Suicide Squad. So it's like his versatility when it comes to writing. And I think, like I said earlier, I think this character gives you like a lot of like good material to go with, and his take on the material is just where I think it's top notch.
Well, I think it's James Gunn's like visual style. You know, he understands the horror elements. He understands the reason for the raunchiness and the comedy. Like, he understands all of that. And I think that's what he wants to be making, right? Like when he hit Guardians, I think he was handcuffed a little bit. You know, it made great movies, but he knew they had to be under the guise of a family type movie, right? Like a family structure. When he got the Suicide Squad, he had free reign to do whatever the hell he wanted, and it was amazing. Yeah. So with Peacemaker, he gets to continue that type of storytelling where he can do pretty much anything he wants if he finds it to be funny or you know, good for content. So I will say a couple funny things. Like one, like I thought the Mers, I think his name is. I almost thought like that guy looks like Amanda Waller. You know,
her brother for sure.
Right. I was like, oh, is that Amanda Waller's brother? Like, they couldn't get Amanda Waller, so we're gonna get like a lookalike.
Yeah, Amanda Waller became trans between Suicide Squad.
Amanda Waller-esque, you know, like
Close enough. No, not all black people look the same.
No, but I mean, he does look
No, he
like
does.
Amanda Waller, like
I thought the
so.
same thing immediately. That's literally I thought the same thing. That's
Yeah.
hilarious.
So I was like, okay, is this going to be a running joke? Are they going to say something about this? Because
I think they have to. I think they have to.
somebody's got to look at it and be like, damn, he does look a lot like
Personally,
Amanda
I
Waller.
don't. But that's the thing. I don't know if Viola Davis is in the series, but I think if they're in the same room, they're making the joke. 100%.
Oh yeah. That's like, look at you. You look good.
Amanda Waller 2 over here. Shut up.
Oh man. So the show again. If anyone has not watched Peacemaker, go watch Peacemaker. That
Definitely go
show.
watch it.
And I didn't even mention the Eagle-y. I mean, the eagle steals the show. And there's some good reveals in episode 2. You're gonna like episode 2, man.
Yeah, I'm excited to see it. I'm excited. I think I'm gonna watch it after tonight's stream for sure.
Okay, good. Check it out for sure. We only got one episode to go, and we'll probably check it out tomorrow night. All right. So Peacemaker, really, really good stuff.
Definitely. I want to continue talking about it because I want to see if
Oh,
it keeps the steam. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? It's what-
Oh yeah, for sure. After you watch episode 2, there's a couple good reveals, and then I'll probably watch episode 3 by then. We'll come back and we'll talk about like what we saw and how the direction the show is probably going. So
Good.
because so episode 1 was a pretty good like fun introduction. There is definitely story progression in episode 2, and I'm hoping it continues in 3. So you definitely see a new side of people, which is great.
Cool.
All right, let's move from something really, really great to something which I had tweeted about that I didn't think was that great, which is the Book of Boba Fett. And I'm a huge Star Wars fan, man. You know,
Yeah.
I mean, I know it left and right. I will make excuses for bad content, but this is kind of boring, man. It's kind of slow. The first 2 episodes, I will say, the first 2. I was intrigued. I was still waiting for something like to happen.
Yeah.
But episode 3, man, was like, it was horrific, man. And I'm not the only one that feels that way. I've read across the internets. People hate episode 3. People hate the direction
they're
it's
just
going.
slow. I mean, they're just slow building it, even though it's kind of a mistake if you're trying to slow build it because Boba Fett's kind of a people want to see him get in action, bro. You know what I mean? Like that's what I would think his show would be about, like how he became Boba Fett. I would imagine, and like him becoming Boba Fett by doing Boba Fett things. I haven't seen it, so like I don't know, but I'm hearing a lot of bad things about it. You were the first person to say something that I was like, oh man, maybe it might not be that good. But then I just continued seeing the same like sentiment around the internet.
Well, okay, so episode 1, I won't. I'm not ruining anything for you. I'll just give you a good description of what you're watching. Episode 1 had a lot of fan service, and it was good. It was a great sort of reintroduction to his character.
Yeah.
You find out a little bit of what happens to him after he goes in the pit.
Also, this is after. It's not like a origin.
No, this is after the pit. After the pit, you find out what happens to him. So it's done in a series of flashbacks. So you're in present day, right after the Mandalorian, and then you're getting flashbacks about how he got out, what happened, what he's doing, and that was great. It was great. You know, it was a little slow, but it was great. Still had fun with it. Episode 2 was getting a little bit better, had a little bit more action. I was really enjoying it, and there's a lot of good callbacks to things that you saw in the different movies. Fun stuff. But if I'm honest about what I was watching, it wasn't in the same caliber as Mandalorian. Yeah. It was a little bit less, right? In Mandalorian, I think even though like you didn't know if the story was going to extend, you had some kind of closure at the end of an episode, and you go, okay, I see where this is going next episode. This doesn't have that same feeling. So, you know, episode 3 had a lot of promise, but man, they ruined it, man. They ruined it with this. And so, I mean, again, you're going to watch it, but you don't care if we spoil things, right?
No, of course not.
And I don't really spoil a lot of things. I just show you a couple things and I talk about it. But the one thing that's bothering me about Boba Fett is that he's kind of a punk. He's kind of like, not the badass you thought he was.
Yeah.
And that's the part, like where he should be wrecking shop and like, just taking fools out. He's not. He's being really passive. He's really trying to be Mr. Diplomat. He's almost like a politician.
Yeah.
He's taking it over by force. He killed the guy, to take over the place. But now he's like, trying to be the mayor of the town, and he's trying to, do nice things and give people mercy and all. Like, no, fucking kill people. Just take them out. Take these people out. Yeah. So anyway, in this episode, he meets up with this biker gang who looks like the Power Rangers. And these are supposed to be like the way they described them, right? They're like, these people are super enhanced. They take the parts of droids and they add to their bodies. And they make themselves superhuman. And we're like, oh shit, you're going to meet up with some badass people.
Yeah.
And this is who you meet. Teenagers with like little prosthetics.
Teenagers with attitude.
No, I'm telling you, man, it was that bad. Like, you're like when they set it up, you're like, oh, I'm thinking of Darth Maul. I don't know if you know, Darth Maul has his lower half of his body was all mechanics now. Yeah. So I'm like, oh, we're going to meet a Maul. We're going to meet some kind of dude. And you meet these guys, and you're like, what? And then they got the Vespa motorcycles, and they're like riding around town. And instead of Boba Fett taking these dudes out, like killing them all, he's just like, I will hire you. You will work for me now. And I'm like, what? You got a colorful gang as your entourage, yeah. As your entourage? Like, get out of here. And listen, man, and I'm not even kidding. It's not even a llama rant. I'm just being honest. There was the slowest and worst chase sequence ever put to TV or film. I'm talking about like
on these bikes.
On these bikes, man. Like they're not even speeding through town. They're like going real slow, and then they make a quick left. Like it's that bad, man. Like honestly, if you watch this and you're, I'm not even exaggerating. Me and my sons were like looking at each other like, what the hell is this? Like, like, you're serious? Like, where's the budget? What'd they spend the money on? Because the bikes didn't go fast. The chase through town, like, you literally, I could have run. Me, I don't run. I could have run just as fast as how they were going. It was just bad. It was horrible. And then there was a couple of redeeming parts. Like, they got Machete in there.
Do you think it's gonna pick up the show? Like, off of the first couple episodes, do you see? Like, do you feel like it's worth keep watching?
I mean, I think they have. Here's the problem, right? Disney and Disney Plus and Star Wars knows they have a captive audience. They know that no matter what shit they put out there, people are going to tune in. Now, they may not tune in again for other shows if they keep it up, but I honestly think I think it's going to get better, right? But it's not as good as Mandalorian. It's not even close. And that's the problem. It's competing with Mandalorian. It was spin off from Mandalorian. Yeah. And so that's the problem, is that it's not going to live up to that hype. Got a comment in the chat talking about the Power Rangers, the moped cyborgs.
Yo, that's hilarious.
I mean, seriously. I mean, this is the stuff that you see on the internet.
Ready. People
on the internet already put this out.
He's the Sixth Ranger.
He is the Sixth Ranger. He's the Green Ranger.
Man.
It's morphin' time. I mean, no, honestly, it's like I said, I can forgive a lot of things, but like you can't go cheap with the effects. You cannot. I don't know. There was fan service there.
You got the Mandalorian hype, so you would think this would be like even. But that's why I asked you that question, because as easy as Marvel makes it seem, when they're dropping all, I mean, people gave Hawkeye kind of like lower reviews than like any of the other Disney Plus shows, but still they say it's a good show, captivates you. There hasn't been like a fumble by Marvel, but you see like Star Wars with like the reboots. Not the reboots, but like the, you know what I mean? Like, people really didn't like it as much.
Yeah.
You see this show, like The Mandalorian did good, but now like this show doesn't have that hot start. This, like, what I heard, the reviews I hear, doesn't make me want to rush to go see this. Like, I'll wait till the whole season's out to see if it gets better or not, because like Mandalorian, like I had to go see it because people were saying good things. But
Yeah.
it just shows you, like, I mean, even DC, like the inconsistencies DC has. Now they got one with Peacemaker, but like if Peacemaker has a spinoff or whatnot, and it goes downhill, it just shows you that like what Marvel's doing and how they're constantly giving us great content to like look forward to. I mean, they're doing it at a different level. I'm just seeing these other big IPs, and it's like, is it really that hard to like put consistent work out when it comes to these things?
You know, I don't know. I don't know. Honestly, this show has so much promise, and it has the same creators as Mandalorian. I just don't. I don't know. I don't. I. Here's the problem. I think, and this is, I think it's a good discussion, but here's where I think the problem is that Mandalorian has no history. You know, so all the characters you meet, the Carl Weathers character, the Gina Carano character, the guy with the dark saber, I forgot his name, Gideon Moff or whatever his name is. All these characters have no history in the Star Wars world, at least not to the average fan. And so I think you got surprised with Mandalorian, and then overall, it's a great series.
Yeah,
The storytelling is great, and it was a western. It was a little western. The episodes became pretty formulaic, but people liked that, and it was fun and it was interesting. And then there was a story that was building up, which was great, with ending with Luke Skywalker. So Mandalorian had all the ingredients ready to go. Boba Fett has history, and so he's got to. I think the creators feel the pressure to link him back to the original trilogy, and so in this series, you see a ton of original trilogy characters. He's in Tatooine. So in Tatooine, he's in that cantina, and you see all the same characters. So I think
yeah,
they're
it's a
just
bunch of like, you remember this, you
right,
remember
right.
that? Yeah.
You recall now Mandalorian did that too, but the way that you weren't expecting it. So when you did see it, you were like, oh shit, that's from such and such. But then there was nothing that said you had to see that. For Boba Fett, it's different. It's like he's running around the old stomping grounds of the trilogy, and yeah, you got to see, Jawas, and you got to see Tusken Raiders. You got to see all these characters. See, I know my shit on this one, so.
This is where you outmatch me for sure.
Well, but again, that's just, it's not to say that people can't enjoy it, but like I said, I understand the fandom. I understand why they're so passionate about it. I'm not that way. I like just good storytelling, and I think it's fun, but it's not doing it for at least me as an average fan. And I know for sure, I have a friend of mine who I went back and forth on Twitter. He's a big Star Wars fan. He's bigger than me. And he was enjoying the show, but he was enjoying it for all the reasons I just told you. It was about seeing those old characters, seeing him interact, not because it was a good show. So that's the biggest problem with this one.
Well, I mean, we'll find out. We'll see. But it's definitely not an attractive show right now.
No. All right, so I think we are up on our time. Not that we have a time, but we're about at the hour 13-minute mark. So I think we're going to start wrapping it up. One thing I started to see is there's some rumors, right, about John Krasinski as Reed Richards in the Fantastic Four. Like the rumors are getting pretty hot and heavy that he's going to appear in Doctor Strange: Multiverse of Madness.
Oh, listen, you don't even want to know what I know about that movie.
I know I don't want to know because you don't ruin it for me. I'm not. I know you love that stuff.
It
man.
will blow your mind. It blew my mind.
I'm ready. I'm ready for that kind of stuff.
I'm ready for the build up to Multiverse of Madness because, like I said, what I know, what is possibly going to happen in this movie, which at this point, like doing all these leak researches, you start to see like when it's like speculation and when it becomes like, oh, it's a matter of when we see it, not if we're going to see it. You know what I mean? And it's getting to that point where it's like all the leakers are saying the same things about this movie, and we're going to see, I think we're going to see, I mean, no question, we're going to see the most amount of characters we've ever seen in any Marvel movie, in this movie, guaranteed. But it's just how we're going to see them, and we're going to see different versions of characters we've previously known. So you already know, like, this movie is gonna have a lot of implications for, because if you really think about it, there's not like, this is like the last movie we were kind of waiting for. Because think
Right.
about what's the next one after that. Like, I don't really know dates for anything after that.
I think Ant-Man somewhere in
Yeah, like
there.
I mean Moonlight, the
Yeah.
show, like the series.
Black Panther, but you're right. They're not implicated in the sense like you're not waiting for 50 cameos in it. You're just like,
I think it's almost like when the first Spider-Man, I believe, came out, and it was like what, Endgame or something, and they had to wait till Endgame came out so then they can release the Spider-Man because it had
oh yeah,
like,
yeah,
remember, I think it's gonna be kind of like that. Like, we at this point we have to wait for Multiverse of Madness to see, because I think it's gonna change a lot of things about what's coming up and what we're gonna see, like especially with like Blade and like these characters that we're gonna see in the future. I think Multiverse of Madness is gonna pave that way, and it's gonna show us like the direction Marvel's gonna take with this next phase. Because, like I said, we don't know too much past this movie. Even
right,
like
right.
like I'm getting leaks of this movie, but there's no leaks of what's coming after. And that's usually, I mean, Spider-Man. I was hearing about Multiverse of Madness leaks. You know, when you talk about like Shang-Chi, I was hearing about leaks from Eternals. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I'm hearing about the next things, and I haven't heard anything past Multiverse of Madness. So I think what this movie is gonna do for the MCU, like upcoming, it's gonna change a lot for sure.
Yeah, again, the rumors are so far. Again, I'm giving you the speculative, like popular rumors, not anything from credible intel sources. But yeah, John Krasinski as Reed Richards. The other rumor is the reason that Morbius was moved, obviously COVID, but they're saying there was some reshoots that they were doing with Andrew Garfield, which I believe. I think the popularity of Andrew Garfield has skyrocketed. And
I'm
I think
pretty sure in one of the trailers there was like a poster of Andrew Garfield Spider-Man in the background.
yeah, yeah. So I think that's probably caused some changes. And I heard Garfield might get his third movie. He might get his third movie, which would be great. But how does that fit into the whole world? But I mean, listen, man.
I don't think at this point, like, I think we can get like, because now they're toying with the multiverse, and even after like Multiverse of Madness, I think it'll be even more possible to just be like, because you see DC doing it now. They kind of just went with, they were trying to do what Marvel did and build like a cinematic universe, and then they got to a point where it's like, well, we have freaking Ben Affleck's Batman, and now we're gonna have Robert Pattinson's Batman, because now people understand and are knowledgeable, because it's not just people who read comic books now. Now it's the wide majority kind of knows what the multiverse is. So now we can have two different characters, and I feel like in the future, especially with the Sony products, we can get multiple Spider-Man, because they're already painting the way with Enter the Spider-Verse. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah,
it seems like they're leaning towards like, let's just have multiversal stories that maybe or may not collide.
right. And I think, and we'll wrap it up on this one. I think what's happened is they had to do, and I'm going to say this is, I'm not saying that consumers are stupid, but they had to hit you over the head with like the obvious thing to tell you, like we knew as if we've read comics, or you know that there are different variations of the same character. There's the Amazing Spider-Man, there's Spider-Man, there's Peter Parker, the Spider-Man. Like there's like 16 different versions of him in the comic book world. But it's hard for the regular movie-going public to understand Tom Holland isn't the only Spider-Man. And so I think with this, multiverse stuff, they're like, here it is, dummies. We can have more than one Spider-Man. Mm-hmm. Enjoy moving forward. And I think moving forward, it's a world that we'll see many different Spider-Man. We'll see many different Batman, Superman. Now, I think the old guard wants one Spider-Man, one Superman, right? Like that's how studios sort of identify their IP a little bit.
I just feel like it benefits them, because let's say in terms of maybe competing movie to movie, it might not benefit them having multiple out. But merchandise, you can have multiple Tom Holland merchandise, and then you have the Andrew Garfield merchandise, which is completely different from the Tom Holland. You know what I mean? Like, it could benefit them, but I just feel like it was also like back then when we first started seeing these Marvel movies and like these comic book characters come to life, it was more linear stories as opposed to like I mean, think about it. We never heard anything about other characters besides maybe like Doctor Strange and like Tobey Maguire, like random characters. But those were mostly just Easter eggs. It wasn't like what Marvel did, where they planned the whole cinematic universe. Like, how do we introduce all these comic book characters to the screen? You know what I mean? So like, it was just a product of what we were seeing. But
Yeah.
now, like I said, now especially with this movie being as massive as it was, like people will understand that hey, there's different variants, and I think it's a test to what I've heard for the Multiverse of Madness. I think we're gonna see that, and it'll give them leeway to like throw characters in there and be like, well, we'll have our own version of this character, but now you can see him now with no story. You just know he's here, and then in the future we'll build the story around somebody else.
No, for sure. I mean, again, it's a great time to be a fan. Great
Yep,
time to be
100%.
loving movies.
Yep.
And this is why I do what I do, and this is why you do what you do, man. It's a lot of fun stuff out there. So we are done with the show. I want to thank everybody who tuned in tonight. Thank you. Hercules had popped in with Mrs. Hercules talking about Little Herc. We had the fight for first. Jimmy and Gabe were on there. Big Homie hit us up here at the end.
Yes, sir.
He said, great show as always. Great show, boys. And, we had some folks from Twitch, from YouTube, from Facebook. We had people from all over. So we were very appreciative of that.
Yep.
Make sure you guys, if you want to see this be part of the show, make sure you guys tune in every every Sunday night. Not every weeknight. Oh, my God. We'll be exhausted. Sunday nights. End your week with us. 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, not Pacific. The Big Llama Show. Big Llama and AD break it down every single week.
Yes, sir.
All right, man. Anything else before we head on out of here?
Just be on the lookout this week. We're gonna have a lot of UFC content getting ready for next Saturday. We're gonna be watching UFC 270 live, Blackout AD on Twitch, and just continue to grow. I mean, that's what we're doing. You know what I mean? Like, I want to say before we leave, today was like a slower chat, but I think it was good for us because, sometimes not that we rely on chat, but it's just more practice, a different dynamic of practice, like just engaging with each other rather than. I mean, chat makes it a little easier on us, you know what I mean? So,
Oh, yeah.
the fact that we have an episode where we're just engaging with each other, I thought it was a great back and forth today. So,
Oh, yeah. That's why we have topics, right? Just in case the chat isn't bumping or it's a slow night, but it was good. It was not so fun, and there's lots to talk about. So, very, very good show. So, yeah, as always, we're growing, and thank you, everyone, for supporting us. AD, are you Twitch streaming after this? Should people go to your Twitch stream?
definitely streaming after this.
What are you playing tonight, man? What's on the
Probably
agenda?
some Warzone. I think that's why we didn't see Jay Bird or Roman in the chat because I think I left them playing games and they're probably still gaming right now. So, I'm going to try to catch up with them.
Well, I may join you guys tonight because remember, I'm off tomorrow, so I may be on the Warzone tonight. I don't know, man. Yeah, you guys, I feel the pressure, so sometimes I just play by myself there. But
I get it.
I'll be on tonight probably, and if we're on, then that'd be great. If not,
Let's go.
it's all good. All right, so thank you everyone for tuning into the Big Llama Show. We appreciate everybody. Have a great Sunday night. We'll see you guys next week.
Yep.